Hey, what is going on, crypto people? It is the Crypto Siege with another day in the life, in the crazy life that is a digital asset space. Good evening. I think it's Friday. Happy Friday to each and every one of you. I hope it's Friday. Holy wow. Not another patent. Not another patent. You know, it's been long rumored about the working parallel alongside Swift, right? I know that's been talked about a bunch, and boy, oh boy, interesting news about this patent. Shout out to that dude, King Solomon. Appreciate you, brother, for bringing this to our attention. I know a person named Cryptonym brought this to Solomon, but I tell you, what a great find. What a great find. And this patent was just released, I guess, a couple of days ago, right? Or yesterday. You know, and so we'll go over a little bit. We're going to share Solomon's video for sure on what he found. But I got to tell you, also very excited, very, very excited about a new platform that I'm going to be providing liquidity. Part of the Avalanche is built on Avalanche, right? So they got a partnership going over there. So I'm going to be exploring that as well. Certainly can't do much on Ethereum. Cost $120 to move $50. Yeah, not excited about that. So it seems like I got to set the alarm clock or something just to find a good time to do anything on Ethereum. Waiting for my Polygon to move from the Polygon mainnet over to Ethereum so that I can do some things with that as well. So Cardano, looks like the listing got delayed a little bit. Now it's going to be, the latter part of next week. So the end of next week is looking like for the Cardano listing on Celsius. So we'll see what's going on with that. But this patent is massive. It is massive, massive news. I got to tell you, that is pretty interesting. Of course, the deal is win this alongside thing. I tweeted, I'm going to share this tweet with you guys. If I could find it. Let's see if I can find that thing. Let's go here. Let's go here. Let's go here. Let me see if I can find this. Where is it? Let me do this. Let's do this. My internet. Oh my gosh. Because this patent is, I'm telling you, this is really big. And it still did not do my latest one. Here it is right here. I said, this is something that I retweeted from Payment Infrastructure News. Fasten your seatbelts. Shifts to ISO 20022 will speed ahead in 2022. Underlines Andrew Folds of Fiserv. He warned financial institutions that avoid the ISO could be making an expensive mistake as they come under increasing competitive pressure from fintechs and big tech. And I said, buckle up. The reason being, ISO 20022 is going to move forward. It's going to move forward. Some people are going to move with it and some are not. Some are going to be significantly, intrinsically embedded in that new standard. And if we go by this patent, it looks like that Swift is going to be doing kind of a messaging thing, and XRP is going to be doing the settlement thing. Wow. So they will be kind of running in parallel until eventually, maybe not so much in parallel any longer. But boy, interesting stuff. Very, very interesting stuff. What's going on, Mark Spice? Great to see you. Trevor LeConte is in the building. Thank God it's Friday indeed. Well, congratulations. I'll go there, 44.98. Dan Robbins in the building. The dude, I was hoping you were on Jay Clayton's Stretch again. Yeah. Let's see here. What's going on? Who else checked in? You stopped using Shiba Swap due to the fees. Yeah. Yeah, I don't use it. I stake there, but that's it. That is it. Lawrence Parker, what's going on? It's great to see you. No. Trevor, you sent me something? I didn't get that, brother. RC Hayseeds, have you heard of Jam running on Hedera? Can't believe it is so under the radar still. No, I have not heard of that. Hey everyone, says Lawrence Parker. Hope everyone had a great Friday. Yeah, it's getting even better with this patent. This patent is massive in a lot of ways. Now, have you guys seen King Solomon's latest video on this patent? It is some really, really, really interesting stuff. We're going to get into that. The market is doing what the market does. Really excited about hopping on and getting more and more involved with Avalanche. Really, really excited about that. Yeah, $40. The token sale was 50 cents public. 50 cents public. Interesting stuff. So we're going to go over the market as well because, the market is doing what the market does. But before we do any of that, let's hop on that bridge. Let's go. Swift and XRP working alongside each other. That's not bad news. Shout out to King Solomon. Interesting stuff today, man. We had people over today and lots of drilling, lots of noise going on. We had washer and dryer drama in the crypto sieges hole. Washer and dryer drama. But this patent, I tell you, lifted things. It definitely lifted the spirits for sure. You're blessed. We're blessed. We're early adopters in this new asset class. It is undeniable. Another airdrop. I did the trust line thing. Did you guys do it with the? Is it a steadies? I don't even know how you pronounce that thing. You're a market maker. I'm a market maker. We're all market makers. Did you provide some liquidity today? It's a great question. We're so blessed. You and I were playing a game that 99.99% of the masses don't even know is being played. And we're winning. That's a pretty cool place to be. Shout out to everybody who holds Cardano. It broke the all-time high. Congrats to each and every one of you. Look at Polygon, $1.54, nice. We're so blessed, man. We are so blessed. Brooklyn and the bridge. Brooklyn and the bridge. We are just so blessed, I gotta tell you. My WD is now all set. Yeah, some big time drama with that washer and dryer. Ooh, they do things a little different over here in Texas. I don't know if it's because, I don't know what it is. I don't know. I mean, the dryer is only 4 to 5 years old. What's going on? Then the washer. What's going on with this OATEY washer basin AC hookup? What in the world? What's going on with that? I don't know. What's going on, Keyless? It is great to see you, miss. Great to see you. Ninja Pants is in the building. Great to see you as well, my friend. You don't hold any of Cardano. Neither do I. Neither do I. But I'm excited for those that do. Yeah, exactly, Dan Rob. Exactly. Crypto sees Coinbase is live in Japan, but guess what? They don't offer XRP. Coinbase is full of it. Yeah, I've always said that. To me, they've never been a fan. It's definitely the Maxi thing, as far as I'm concerned. Definitely the Maxi thing going on over there, but it don't matter. It's all, the decision has already been made. I'm going to share this freaking patent with you guys and let you guys listen to that dude, King Solomon, in the discovery that he on what he discovered with this patent that someone shared with him. It's fun, it's phenomenal. It really, really is. It is phenomenal. We'll talk a little bit of DeFi as well, because, you know, that's what we do on this channel. We definitely talk DeFi. Excited about BENQI and freaking, where is it? Yeah, BENQI and freaking Avalanche. Interesting stuff. The ISO tokens are gonna moon. Yeah, indeed, Chi-Town XRP. It's great to see you, my friend. It's really great to see you. You guys want to hear this thing from Solomon? This is some interesting stuff. This is very, very interesting stuff. Swift and Ripple and XRP working alongside each other is a pretty phenomenal stuff. It really, really is. I don't want to take Solomon's thunder. I do have the patent here, but I got to tell you, this dude just knocked it out of the park. Knocked it out of the park. Let me go over the numbers, and I'm going to share that video. Bitcoin's at 48,942, almost 49,000. Probably hit 49 sometime today. Ethereum is at $3,256. Cardano 244, $2.44. Binance Coin's at $449. XRP is $1.25. Dogecoin's at 32 cents. Polkadot's $27. Solana just killing it, $78. It's up 74% on the 7-day. Uniswap's at $28. Bitcoin Cash is at $684. Chainlink is $28.37. And of course, Polygon at number 18 is $1.54. Let me say Luna is doing its thing as well. It's $29.64. Guys, Jake and Quant. I'm excited for everyone who has some Quant as well. Yeah. All right. Where is Jam? Jam is on what platform? I mean, what is part of what ecosystems? Hedera. Okay. Hedera Hashgraph. Got it. Hedera Hashgraph. Let me share this. Ripple and Swift and XRP working alongside each other. What is going on? Where is it? Channel library. Avalanche YouTube. Hold on a second. Where is that at? Just had it here. What does that say? No, okay. Yeah, let's do this.
Article, I get the 404 error, website error.
All right. Siege late night live. Hit the likes, people. What's going on, IB Preston? It's great to see you, bro. Bubbles Nest. See a Bubbles Nest in here. King Solomon. An OMG new document. Let's take a listen to this for the beginning if we can.
Present the scope, scale, and size of exactly what Ripple means, exactly what XRP means. This video presents factual evidence that XRP will be utilized in tandem or in conjunction with the Swift network. This is gigantic in my opinion, ladies and gentlemen. We have seen things in the past from the company that I'm about to present to you, but now we see something current. I want to give a huge, gigantic shout out to CryptoNim. I rarely present other people's research in anything that I do. This individual found something that was extremely current. By current, I mean yesterday current, a patent from a company that is integrated with the main company that updates the SWIFT messaging system to overlay and present the new financial messaging system for all of the banks on the SWIFT network to allow them to align themselves for preparation for ISO 20022. And this patent directly, again, the newer patent version talks about settling with XRP and in tandem utilizing those legacy SWIFT rails. If you do not...
The new version of ISO 20022.
Follow Cryptonym at CRPTNOYM on Twitter. Please give this individual a follow. This is ridiculous. To start, we can see here, August 19th, 2021, computer implemented method for processing a financial transaction and a system thereof. This is from Identity, okay? There's been a couple of previous patents which I have found in the past, and they allude to the same thing. This is brand new, though, and you will see that in these dates here. Let's go over what this patent means a little bit, and really the sheer scope and size of what Identity is doing with some of these gigantic legacy institutions, along with this patent, should provide you with a clear insight and picture of where this is going, where XRP is potentially going, how big Ripple is as an organization. Settlement. Gateway of Payers Bank sends by way of non-limiting. Example, XRP. I get it. It's an example. The native currency of the Ripple protocol to Billers Bank Gateway. Payers Bank Gateway notifies token database of receipt. Now, they're still dealing in Nostro and Vostro here, which is very interesting to me. They're talking about tokenized messages. Very interesting. And the generation of transmission are illustrated in pseudocode at the end of the description before the claims. Reference to quote-unquote Sparrow is a reference to an instance of a token database. You will see Sparrow in a second here as well. Embodiments of this invention can be implemented utilizing the Ripple framework, the protocol and gateway, or more generally, of course, any blockchain-based framework, but they're just so happening to, and they have been for years now, 4 or 5 years, directly mentioning Ripple and XRP. In a particular form, the final settlement process can be enabled through a Ripple framework, thereby to facilitate substantially real-time settlements across multiple institutions and multiple banks. Gigantic. Now, again, they're talking about XRP here. Again, and they're talking about SWIFT as well here. This is all in tandem, ladies and gentlemen. I will post the link to this updated patent. We're going to see some pictures here. Some of these pictures, we can see August 19th, 2021, sheet 10 of 23 here. We can see all of this here, this kind of layout, this wireframe diagram of how this is supposed to work. We can definitely see Ripple settlement right here. Right under the square box, we see Ripple, we see settle. Same thing again, this is figure 9B. Now, we talked about Sparrow before, right? So technical. The SWIFT technicalities are committed infrastructure. Spend is slow and the network is slow and expensive, right? Ripple, privacy gateway establishment. And then the proposed ecosystem structure would be Sparrow, which we talked about previously, that tokenized message database through Identity. Again, we can see just another kind of wireframe that they have here. Now, this is where it gets really juicy, okay? We can see that they just released a patent, again, that deals in XRP, that deals in SWIFT messages, that deals in the interfacing and the interfunctioning, the interoperability of both, utilizing the best use case possible for settlement, correct? Correct. Even though it's just an example, it's still there. It's been there for 4 or 5 years, and this was from literally yesterday. There's no arguing it. Identity was built on top of the Ripple protocol. I found this back in 2019 in August. Interestingly enough, when I click on this FinTech Innovation Lab article, I get the 404 error, website error. Identity. The goal of this simple, fast, and secure payment network from Australia is to make a cross-border payment as easy as a domestic payment. Built on the Ripple protocol, it is designed to support low-value, high-volume cross-border payments and reduce bank processing costs. Now we get that name Sparrow again, right? Sparrow's products are quickly deployable, cloud hosting, and provided to banks. Here's where it gets even juicier. Novati taps on-demand liquidity, which we know utilizes XRP to improve Australian remittance payments into Southeast Asia. Again, not old news. April 14th, 2021. I don't need to go overly in depth into this. Novati is utilizing XRP or plans to utilize XRP. 3 weeks ago, Novati signs up for Identity, the patent owner of what we just read through, software as a service version of Overlay Plus. So Novati is deeply tied into Identity as well. Now we can see Identity receiving U.S. patent approval for a previous patent based on the financial messaging aspects of something that certainly is going to tie into this, December 18th, 2020. Now we can see an Identity, HSBC, and KPMG panel that they had in 2019, which was right after all of those initial patents utilizing XRP and Ripple were filed. What is this? And this is the Identity gentleman speaking here in this this panel roadshow thing. Cross-border transactions settled in seconds. Cross-border transactions that can be settled in less than 3 to 4 seconds. That's got all the rich information associated with it. We can see here, Identity partners with Trace Financial to simplify new financial message standards migrations for SWIFT member banks. Again, in 2019. Trace Financial deals in many of the partner integrations from a messaging standpoint from the banking sector that deal in SWIFT. The product partnership involves the integration of Trace Financial's established message translation software, Transformer, with Identity's innovative overlay platform, Overlay Plus, to simplify the migration to new ISO 20022 financial message standards for financial business transactions. A go-to market strategy will target SWIFT member banks looking to reduce the significant cost of converting their existing payments technology systems to comply with ISO 20022. Interestingly enough, Zinfin partnered with Trace Financial to provide blockchain-powered counterparty risk mitigation. We know how big Trace Financial is just by talking about them. We know that Ripple joined as the first distributed ledger technology company, the ISO 20022 standards body focused on distributed ledger. Now, what does ISO 20022 mean to us? Because I'm going to wrap this up quick. I'm keeping these videos short. The information's there. We can all find it. This presents scope, size, scale. We understand how big this is. This is a day-old patent that has all of the imagery, all of the wireframes of how this is going to work. ISO 20022 from the ISSA, the International Security Services Association. Summary of key findings. Nascent technology could be a driver for usage of ISO 2022. The industry is evolving and needs to move beyond the traditional mindset around standards adoption. The adoption of ISO 20022 should not be a conversation about messaging syntax, but rather about how the industry can use the data standard to enable the new asset classes and technical infrastructures to become interoperable with the old. Let me repeat that one more time, and I am not going to say another word after this. The adoption of ISO 20022 should not be a conversation about messaging syntax, but rather about how the industry can use the data standard to enable the new asset classes and technological infrastructures to become interoperable with the old.
That's some good stuff, brother. I appreciate you, bro. I appreciate you big time. Listen, that is some big time stuff right there, right? The adoption of ISO 20022 should not be a conversation about messaging syntax, but rather about how the industry can use the data standard to enable the new asset classes and technical infrastructures to become interoperable with the old. That is absolutely outstanding, man. We appreciate you. We appreciate you sharing that. I had just shared with them that I tweeted this yesterday on the 19th. Fasten your seatbelts. The shifts to IS-202 will speed ahead 20022 in 2022. And I tweeted it out. I retweeted, buckle up. Buckle up. And you know, Ripple will be in part the only DLT, at least the first one, to be part of the standards body, right? The standards body. It's just amazing stuff. Thank you so much, Solomon, for sharing that. That is just, it's phenomenal. It is phenomenal to see kind of where we are. It really, 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 really is. And the challenging thing for a lot of us as XRP holders is like, when are we going to see the result of such a thing, right? And so working in parallel with Swift, phenomenal. And I get it. They mention XRP, right? That it looks like, if it walks like, and it talks like. I love you too, brother. Appreciate that. And you do the same, right? And so think about that. Think about that. Working in parallel with, right? I mean, it was decided a while ago, right? It's been decided a while ago. What Swift did is they allowed themselves to still kind of remain relevant for a period of time with their messaging thing. And so for Ripple to kind of start, running in parallel and doing this settlement I mean, that is what XRP was designed for. It was designed for settlement in the back end. That was its design, right? The fact that the ledger can do so many other different things and all of that is awesome. But XRP was designed for back end settlement. And sure, is it a matter of time? Absolutely. Do we know when? We don't. But like that tweet said, 2022 is right around the corner. So we shall see what it looks like. I don't know what's going to happen. I'm still very confident in the $10 to $13 XRP. And I'm certainly planning on a $20 to $26 XRP this cycle. Planning that. 2 plans, 2 moves. And we'll see what happens with that to begin, that big time foundation for generational wealth without question. And I got to tell you, I'm still very, very excited about DeFi. I will be hopping on this platform that is partnered with Avalanche. If anyone participated in the Avalanche token sale, the public token sale, let me know. I mean, goodness gracious, that thing, the public token sale was 50 cents. And that was last year, July 2020. So in a year, it's gone from 50 cents to $40. Health Hustle, yeah, I hear you, my friend. I would definitely recommend checking out, to get a really great perspective on an exit strategy, to check out BCBacker.com to get a perspective, right? You don't have to follow it word for word or strategy for strategy, but that will give you a great perspective. I used it. I purchased the course. I learned some other TA stuff, but I did learn a really, really kind of a mindset around an exit strategy. Appreciate you being here. Health Hustle. The old system must crash and burn in order for the Phoenix to rise. Collapse is imminent. Things are lining up, Don. Things are really, really lining up. And so look, running, I mean, that patent is massive. I mean, it's a patent, right? We know the whole Bank of America thing. Maybe it got, what's the word? But it stopped. And that we don't know if the Bank of America and Ripple patent stopped because they're doing something else. We don't know, but it did stop. But this just came out yesterday. And this patent makes a lot of sense. I know we've heard that in the community. If you haven't been in the community since 2016 or 2017, I think it was the first one, I don't know who was the first one I heard it from, but I remember, working alongside, working in parallel, right? That had been talked about a lot with Swift in reference to Swift and Ripple, right? And so that to me makes perfectly good sense, the way that patent lays that out. Let me share something here from the patent. Like, it makes perfectly good sense. And Solomon shared this as well, right? Settlement gateway of payer banks. Send by way of non-limiting, example, XRP, the native currency of the Ripple protocol, to Biller's bank gateway. Payers Pay Gateway notifies token data receipt. Right, still talking nostro voso. The clearing Payers Bank no-show account is debited subject to bank's institution rules. And then here's the mention of Sparrow as well. Reference to Sparrow is a reference to an instance of a token data. Features of this embodiment include the enablement of a private invitation only network for banking institutions. That sounds so very, very familiar. Which in a particular form can facilitate cross-border payments, thereby to enable substantially real-time payments at reduced processing cost. And, we've said on this channel time and time again, when we talk about the WEF, when we talk about the World Bank, when we talk about the United Nations, when we talk about the BIS, when we talk about the United States Federal Reserve, when we talk crypto, we start mentioning digital assets. This is all they hear. Wah, 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 wah. Wah, 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 wah. But when you say cross-border payments and the ailments thereof, they all agree. 7% of the ailments is too slow. It's cumbersome. They all agree on that. And Ripple stepped right into that. And again, this patent is coming from Identity, right? The patent's coming from Identity. So this is it right here, Identity Pty Limited. Solomon laid it out very, very nicely. I think that, my biggest takeaway is that it only makes sense. It only makes sense to work in parallel. It just makes perfectly good sense. Embodiments of the invention can be implemented utilizing the Ripple framework, protocol, and gateway, or more generally, any blockchain-based framework. In a particular form, the final settlement process can be enabled through a Ripple framework, thereby to facilitate substantially real-time settlement across multiple institutions and multiple banks. And they also mention in this patent as well, is it doesn't have to be one of the top 8 banks, right? The top 8 to 10 banks. It can be subsidiaries of those banks, right? It can be subsidiaries of those banks. And they mention that in this thing as well. It says, in this instance, it will be observed that the tokenized transmission distributed ledger 1381 operates in parallel with conventional transmission between institution A and institution B. Distributed ledger 1381, and we're talking about a node or a blockchain node, but they're talking about how they can work in parallel. And so maybe Swift will move from whatever the messaging system they got going on now to the tokenized version, if you will, and whatever that will look like, because they mentioned tokenized messaging, right? Examples of tokenized messages and their generation and transmission are illustrated in pseudo code at the end of the description before the claims reference to Sparrow. Now, I didn't see any diagrams here in this particular thing, but so maybe Swift moves from the messaging system that they have now, and they've done something to make it better, and I don't know what tokenized messaging is going to look like, but certainly this is an acceptance. You got to get this. This is an acceptance, in my opinion, of Swift embracing distributed ledger technology, realizing, look, they probably put up a good fight, but if you can't beat them, join them, right? And so that's looking like, that's the word, right? Looking like the powers that be said, yeah, look, Swift, what you got? Do you have something? Oh, okay, you don't? Oh, can you come up with something a little better on the messaging system? Okay, because Ripple has this thing and we want to use it, right? That's what it looks like to me. You know, I don't have to go in too much detail. And I think they even mentioned Stellar in there as an example of a protocol as well. Yeah. Blockchains can be based on, operate in association with any of a number of protocols, for example, Ripple or Stellar. And I think this is interesting. Conventional transmissions includes transmissions of conventional messages utilizing Swift protocol. It is also to be noted that institution A 1413 and institution B 1414 may be subsidiaries of the same institution or may otherwise be closely related. In the alternative, they may be completely independent institutions. So this is, look, this is about, again, the other banks that are not the top 8 banks, right? So that's 9,990 or so banks that they have an opportunity, right? Because, they've always been wanting to walk away from Swift. And Swift says, hey, wait. What if we get this thing to run in parallel with us, right? Will you use our updated version of messaging, right? Trying to stay relevant. I do think it's interesting that they use HSBC Hong Kong and HSBC China as examples in this. In summary, Bank A and Bank B might be branches of the same bank, say HSBC HK and HSBC China. Because, we got the infamous chart with, there was AIIB and HSBC and this whole new financial system. Remember that chart, and had XRP in there as well. So Solomon, great find, my friend. And shout out to Cryptonym for finding that and for sharing that. I think it's amazing. Let me read this one here. Embodiments of the invention can be implemented utilizing the Ripple framework protocol and gateway, or more generally, any blockchain in particular. So that's the same one. Settlement can be used to Ripple framework. Yeah, that's the same. So they're repeating here the same thing as well. But this is absolutely a great find. Great job of tying it together with Nobody, my friend, and Identity as well. Great news for the Ripple camp, without question. It's going to be interesting to see if Brad's going to show up all of a sudden out of nowhere with this latest discovery. This latest discovered patent. We'll see if there's something comes up. And next, you got Brad. Maybe he'll hook up somewhere on MSNBC or CNBC or something, talking about this. What's going on, Marquise? Good to see you, bro. Appreciate you being here. So, guys, listen, real quick. BENQI, app.BENQI.fi, hooked up with Avalanche. Very, very interesting protocol. Avalanche has a new $180 million program. Just like Polygon had their thing, Avalanche has theirs as well. 180 million. Where is that? Yeah. Avalanche Foundation announces 180 million DeFi incentive program. So very much like Polygon with Aave, Avalanche is going to be doing it with Aave and Curve and some others. Right now, they're doing something with BENQI, but it's going to be a total of 180 million. So in other words, they're going to pay you to both be a lender and a borrower. Aave and Curve, I believe, is coming at the end of this month. Right now, they're doing it with BENQI, BENQI. Chi-Town XRP says ELS. Yeah, did you set up your trust line? I set mine up today. Shout out to Patty XRP for showing us all how to do that. And Flair Community shared how to do it as well on his channel. Another airdrop, if you will, for that community, which is the XRP community. What's going on, B. Simpson? Great to see you. What's NER, Mr. Miller? Get that NER airdrop before it's gone. What is that? Solana's a new all-time high. Is that right? So that is the word on the street, guys. Get that patent. Let me link it here. It's in Solomon's video as well. The link is in the description of King Solomon on YouTube. Is in that video that I share with you as well. But did that work? Yeah, I think that worked. So guys, listen, I'm going to wrap it up. I wanted to hop on here and share with you guys real quick. I am going to continue with my one of my favorite libations here, and I'm keyless. We're finally kind of winding down from the washer dryer drama. We're finally winding down from that. Yeah, got holes in the walls and everything. Yeah, holes in the wall. Holes in the wall. Not good. So, all right, guys, listen. The HODL strong. Remember, this cycle. It's not likely that ISO 20022 is going to kick in. In my humble opinion, it's not likely that that's going to kick in during this cycle, which is the next 120 to in the next 4 to 5 months. Probably not, right? So the plans are still the plans. HODL strong, and I'm getting excited about the bear market in a big time way, because we will be very, very, very liquid, very, very liquid. And yeah, looking to really do some crazy things. So guys, listen, I'm going to end this video like I do all of my videos and remind you guys of this: that old money doesn't want you to win. But that's okay though, because you and I are already winning. Have a great rest of the night, guys. I'll talk to you soon. See ya. Bye.